Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Schlage B520-731. This is a cam for Corbin Russwin when using Schlage's modular system of cylinder construction. This cam is compatible with cylinder lengths of 1 1/4, 1 1/2, and 1 3/4, and that's what this looks like. Couple of basic dimensional properties. Overall width of the cam itself, of the activating part, 0.153. 0.153 is the width of that. They give us, for a dimension, the center line of the screw hole to the edge of the cam. Okay, so definitely 153, and then 0.761 they give us. I'm just going to verify that. Yeah, that definitely seems extremely accurate. Yeah, it is. 0.761 from the center line of the hole to the edge of the, to the end of the cam. Why would you need to know that? Well, you're taking a Schlage cylinder and putting it into someone else's lock. Schlage provides the dimensions that you can then use to verify that this will be compatible. So you would take those dimensions and go back to the Corbin Russwin drawing for their cam for that lock that you're using it on, and that's how you would know if that would be compatible or not. This modular construction of cylinder requires a single screw hole placed there, and it's because other things are happening in the back of the cylinder plug. If you're accustomed to seeing 2 screws, which you normally would be, you can't run a screw where you have some not active elements. You can't run a screw to where you would have springs and check pins and finger pins and broachings and things of that nature. So that's why you'll see that change. And it also is different depending on the class of key system that you're working in. Unprotected conventional Schlage keyways versus Everest versus Primus, they will have different sorts of applications. Let's switch now to the screen view and let's take a closer look at the supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Here is the item that we are looking at. Let's take a look at the images that we have linked to down below here, showing the cam, just a different perspective, back side of the cam, side view. Now, extended description information, B series. I don't know what that means other than the fact that the cam part number starts with a B, as do many other, if not all. This is for modular cylinders in these lengths. Here's your compatibility, the DL4000, old Corbin 420, and Russwin 1503. Those would be locks that are probably first half of the 20th century would be my guess. There are those dimensions that I referred to and verified earlier. Then below here we have a table. As I zoom out, will allow you to see the entire table. We're going to be over in the modular column here. Then over in this column, you'll pick your compatibility. So we're obviously here. And we're dealing with the 731, which is here because it's one of those lengths. If you have a different length, you're going to use a different cam. I can't tell you from this what the difference is, but I'm going to have to imagine it's going to have everything to do with this dimension. These rows will show the same cam type for different platforms: modular, full-size interchangeable core, classic Schlage, and then Everest 29 or Primus non-interchangeable core. Okay. You can get the concept of what I was referring to earlier about where they place that hole for the screw. Obviously on the opposite of the thumb side is where your finger pins or your sidebar will be for Schlage. Forgive me, there's no sidebar. Where your finger pins or your Everest check pin will be. No, forgive me. There, there is most definitely a sidebar on Schlage Primus. Most definitely. I had a senior moment. So that's why they can't have a screw here, like you would on the classic stuff here. Okay. Anyway, showing you the different cam types that you'll have. Compatibility column, different columns for the different platforms. Now, there is a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Schlage products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation as seen here, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog as seen here. Other encyclopedic documents are here. Speaking of Primus, there's the Primus Service Manual. The Everest Service Manual is here. There's even an Everest 29SL Service Manual, a very interesting evolution of pinning technology from Schlage. Not that it was, in my opinion, not that it wasn't heavily influenced by other manufacturers' developments, which is the entire evolution and progress of pinning technology when it comes to locks. Medico just put out a new cylinder type, the M4, with an active element. Well, Dom, a German company, was doing an active element decades ago. The point is that it's an evolution of how you use these technologies and alter them or evolve them to be novel and employ them in new interesting ways, and the 29SL is an example of that. You know, instantly you're looking at something that's, well, it's familiar, but it's different. There are no driver pins here, first of all. Okay? Very interesting stuff. I have a 29SL here in my collection of locks, just because of its uniqueness. You have three shear lines that you have to satisfy on this lock. You have the shear line on the side bit of the key. You have the shear line of the cuts on the bottom of the pins. And then you're not going to satisfy the shear line of this sidebar until you have these aligned, the cuts cut correctly. So talk about pick resistant. Just fascinatingly so. The people at Schlage are always evolving this product line, always. I happen to be sitting in a locksmithing class through Aloha right now with a former Schlage employee who is a literal gold strike of historical information and knowledge and sheer intelligence and brilliance when it comes to the science of locksmithing. Very lucky to attend a class with that gentleman, being one of the two instructors in it. Anyway, let's wrap up this video on camera. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. In conclusion, I think the purpose of this video is to show you what the B520-731 looks like, its dimensions, what it's used for, and then where to find manufacturers supporting documentation for their entire platform of locks. Any questions on the B520-731 cam or any other Schlage product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.